How's it going, everyone? We are coming up on a relatively big week of new game releases, a little bit late on this video, but still thought with a lot of the games dropping today would be a good time to check it out, and let's get right into it. Got quite a bit to go over, so let's start off with the biggest quote-unquote new release, and that is Battlefield 2042. Now, if you have EA Play, if you have bought the Ultimate Edition or the Gold Edition, you are, of course, playing the game right now. However, for those of you that would rather go the route of paying $60 for the game, and I imagine a lot of people are, the game is due out on November the 19th. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of that strategy. What it really is, and I've said this in the past, isn't that people buying the Gold Edition or the Ultimate Edition are getting the game 7 days early. Rather, you gotta view it as EA locking out people from playing the game that just want to spend $60, but nevertheless, it is what it is. A lot of publishers are doing that now. A way to entice people to buy the Ultimate or Gold Edition, or at the very least, sign up for their subscription service. But Battlefield 2042 getting kind of a mixed reception at this point. A lot of people are really enjoying it, and some people aren't all too hot on it. At the end of the day, this is going to be a game that's going to evolve over the course of 6 to 9 months, probably even longer than that, so you'd have to hope that EA and DICE are going to have their finger on the pulse on what the consumer base wants and go from there. But yeah, if you're a fan of Battlefield, I'm sure it's going to be a game you're going to spend quite a bit of time on. But for a lot of people, spending $60 is the route they want to go, and maybe if you did sign up for EA Play, you did already exhaust your 10-hour play trial. Whatever the case may be, Battlefield 2042 is out November the 19th. Also out November the 19th, a major Nintendo Switch release in Pokémon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Now, if you guys know me, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl were the last Pokemon generation that I got really into. Like, I've played Pokemon games since then, but they don't invest me like the games, you know, with Diamond and Pearl and prior to that. Those were the generations that I was super into, and I kind of fell off. So for me, this is pretty exciting. I wish that they would have that additional content from Pokemon Pearl, and it would be more of a definitive version. I know it's going to get a visual uplift and things of that nature, but it does seem like Nintendo can do a little bit more with this remake, but that's just my opinion. Again, I'm sure that people are going to get very into it, and yeah, obviously a little bit of a early, you know, people got this game early, people are playing it quite a bit early, but the official release is coming November the 19th. Next up, we have BloodRayne ReVamped. This one totally snuck up on me. Enhanced and updated for modern systems by the game's original developers, the definitive edition of BloodRayne is here. This is going to drop at $19.99, and I feel like that's a pretty good price point. The original BloodRayne returns to consoles with upgraded graphics and cinematics, and it will have some modernized elements to it, so that's quite nice because these games would be relatively dated otherwise. $19.99 I think is the perfect price point, as I said, and it is out November the 18th. Next up, we have A Amnesia Exhibition. Now, this is a free release on PC, the Epic Game Store, as well as PlayStation 5, an upside-down digital analog universe created from the original artwork and recordings to commemorate 21 years of Radiohead's Kid A and Amnesiac. And it is dropping November 18th as a free release. Would expect a relatively trippy game here, but we'll see how it turns out again. Not too big of an investment here, given that it will be free. Next up, a PC game making the transition to other platforms, The Wild at Heart. This looks to be a pretty cool adventure puzzle game. Really great art style here. A mysterious hidden realm, two precious kids feeling hardship, magical creatures, and an oddball order of guardians who have lost their way. Evil in prison as well. Welcome to the Deep Woods. This game didn't get a heavy reception on PC, but 122 Steam reviews, and 95% of those reviews are positive, so that is, generally speaking, a very good reception for a game. If it had more reviews, it would be in that overwhelmingly positive category, and that is the highest tier as far as Steam reception goes. But very good reception there, and Humble Games was the publisher, and they've been publishing some good stuff, so hopefully this falls in line. Next up, another PC game coming to PlayStation is Clang 2. Clang 2 is noted to be a psychedelic rhythm action game blindly pursuing full immersion with dance music through high-speed combat. Kind of gives me some elements of like a Mega Man title with its gameplay, but also with a music-driven atmosphere going on for it. I find that to be pretty cool as well. We'll see how this game ultimately turns out, but it is due out on PlayStation this week. And again, $14.99 for this game, so relatively solid price point. Next up, we have The Last Stand Aftermath, a post-apocalyptic zombie-based roguelite from the creators of The Last Stand. Union City and Dead Zone comes an all-new single-player roguelite action-adventure. After you become infected by the zombie virus, you set out to explore the post-apocalypse and find hope for your fellow survivors. You can still make a difference, don't give up yet. This game is actually due out later today. It should be live by the time you guys are watching this video. Maybe a game you don't pick up day one, but I like the vibe it's going on for it. I mean, I'm a sucker for post-apocalyptic zombie stuff, you know, that's a archetype that's always gonna get me, but yeah, hopefully the game turns out pretty well, and it is out probably by the time you guys are watching this video. Next up, we have another survival game, Surviving the Aftermath. Yes, the games do not have a connection, but this is coming from Paradox Interactive and Iceflake Studio. Survive and thrive in a post-apocalyptic future. Resources are scarce, but opportunity calls. Build the ultimate disaster-proof colony, protect your colonists, and restore civilization to a devastated world. This game has been in early access on PC for a little bit, going back to October of 2020, but now it is seeing its full release, and it is also coming to PlayStation. Hopefully it turns out well. The recent reviews on Steam have it pegged at mostly positive, 75% positive of the 64 user reviews, so hopefully has made some progress in its early access release and now ready for its full release. Next up, we have Grow Song of the Evertree. More of an adventure casual game as based on the Steam tags. Grow your own worlds and nurture a deep natural connection with everything they hold. See your actions change the world for the better. Bring the Evertree back to life in this breathtaking world crafting sandbox with life management and adventure elements. The game is extremely colorful, more of a charming art style here that looks accessible to just about anyone. I wouldn't expect this game to be too hardcore of a title, but something that maybe if you want something a little bit more casual, it'll be something to check out November 16th later today. And lastly, a relatively major release, all things considered, we have Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1. So this is going to be more of an expensive title. $45 is the list price. In a story-driven detective thriller, a young Sherlock Holmes struggles to prove himself as he navigates an exotic, dangerous island in the Mediterranean to investigate the mystery of his mother's death. Very much a story-driven game with a big emphasis on mystery, detective base, and you do have an open world to explore here as well, but do expect something that is very much focused on telling a compelling story. The game itself, $45 might be a little bit too pricey, but Frogwares does some good stuff from a narrative and atmosphere standpoint, so hopefully this turns out pretty well. And again, it will be available probably by the time you're watching this video, so be on the lookout for that as well. And that is going to do it for me. Again, this week comes with it a lot of big releases. I mean, the Halo Infinite multiplayer just dropped yesterday, so a lot of stuff going on, but for this week, Battlefield 2042, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl, and Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1 probably round out the top titles, but The Wild at Heart looks pretty good, and I think there is going to be some appeal in Clang 2 as well. And Kid, Amnesia Exhibition, free title, can't go wrong with that. That's going to do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.